Dear sisters and brothers, welcome to the 14th broadcast of the Time Chronicles. This is a broadcast for the April 14th. Actually, we already started to feel the effects of the full moon since a couple of days. And based on the law of time calendar, April 14th is the day called the White Overtone World Bridger. The word overtone was explained in my 12th broadcast, and actually it's the note played together with fundamental note. As you know, a normal ear cannot follow the overtones mostly, but the well-trained musical ear can enjoy the overtones. Music is mathematic. Actually, life is also mathematic. And if you have a very well advanced analytical mind, you can see the causal relations, feel the patterns, and a mathematical approach guides you towards a logical analysis. But of course, you may also like to go further beyond such a very well profound analysis, and you need to dive into the unknown to go beyond this. This is our comfort zone where we analyze everything with our logic, with our relations already embedded in our lives. So into the unknown, going into the unknown actually requires something more than that. One cannot dive into the unknown with an analytical mind only, because there are aspects you cannot measure. The measures and the calculations we know are not sufficient anymore. So something else is needed. Love is said to be one of the most valuable things we are given to dive into the unknown. Love. Because love deletes the fear. It is, how do you say that? Because you need to dive into the unknown. You need to step into the unknown with something beyond yourself. If you don't trust yourself, if you are fearing something, if you don't like to step outside of your comfort zone, then you're not there yet. You're not ready to go into the unknown. And to advance, you must, at a point in your life or your next life, to do this exercise. You have to go into the unknown. That's why the humans are made about. So this is our reason of existence, to go into the unknown. If you love or if you are loved, you have everything. You have nothing to lose. Even if you lose, the loss is meaningless, because actually you don't lose anything or you don't gain anything. And because love can create, co-create, or recreate anything at an instance. Love can connect all beings that are made with love in their essence. So we are all connected, and love makes it possible. Actually, it's a technical issue. It's a vibration. It's not a feeling. It is a vibration of connection. It's a resonating fact, actually. It's hard to explain, but it's not romantic. It's technical, actually. Love means connection, it means security, it means passion to move forward. Things you do out of love that you normally wouldn't do. It's a sense of belonging at the same time, and it's an embracing feeling for the whole creation. And loving yourself as a strong and valued being who is loved makes you able to step into the unknown. There are some special days. Actually, every day is a special day. If you look at perspective from law, but there are some certain days with special energies. That's what I mean. April 11th was a day of transition. It was a very harsh transition, actually, very fast, very things were really derailed. April 12th, on the other hand, was when Jupiter and Neptune met with a conjunction in Pisces. So their last meeting is said to be 166 years ago. It was 1856. And they won't meet until 2188. So maybe another lifetime for us. We won't see it, or I don't know. Maybe we'll see. April 12th was a very special day, following the transition of April 11th. What happened in 1856? For instance, the Treaty of Paris was signed in March 30th. So it was in Paris, and this treaty ended the Crimean War. And the signatories, the countries who signed the treaty, like France, Great Britain, Turkey, they actually, the treaty was to stop the war, and it was designating the territorial integrity of Turkey. Actually, it's therefore very important for Turkish perspective. Russia was obliged to surrender the territory that we know today as Romania. And the Black Sea was neutralized. The waters were closed to all warships. It's interesting, isn't it? So history repeats itself. And there are some events in history which carry karmic residuals to be cured. Actually, that's why history repeats itself, because there's karma. There's karma between people, and there can be karma between the nations, because this is how evolutions take place. Also, nations evolve as people, individuals evolve. And love and peace is the answer, of course, as the cure. So, of course, no matter it's not grasped yet by the collective human consciousness, the love and peace, we don't know it, the meaning, the real meaning of it. Today was the White Overtone World Bridger, and overtone means at the same time, stepping outside of the music, it means love and harmony. It's like something, like a giant orchestra playing the best melody a human ear can hear or has heard so far. Overtone can start with a mathematic, we know, with a causal relation, we know, and then can be transcendent into something we don't know yet. So it's the open end. One should open herself or himself to the unknown to understand this concept. And we should be prepared to step into the unknown. How we are going to do it, actually I want to come to that in the next couple of minutes. We are here, we are at a very specific phase for the startup of the new programs. And we need victory with these programs. Victory for these programs will come through being prepared for this, for the new programs. Because, as you know, there's a saying, victory loves preparation. And in Turkish, there is another saying, it is faith is in love with the effort. So if you do something, you can have good faith. Only action can lead into something. If you're just imagining, it won't happen. So you need to step and move and take action. The new programs will be effectuated with love, and this is a conscious love. It's not loving for the sake of loving. It's knowing what to do and why to do it. There's no place for ego and there's no place for fear. There's no place for holding on to the old programs. The codes of the old programs have already expired. We all fear that. How we fear it? Because we don't know what's going to come, and we know they expired. So we are in the middle of something, and we cannot go back. We cannot go further. So we are squeezed in uncertainty. And really, we have to erase ego and fear from our existence to be able to exist with the new programs. This is very important because the new programs cannot any longer tolerate ego and fear. There's another saying, it's a very cheerful saying. It says, April showers bring May flowers. So we are in April, and I hope May comes with flowers. And I hope an order is emerging now out of chaos. A divine plan is emerging out of the unknown to take us into the unknown. And love adds value, of course. Love makes everything precious because love forces you to do things that you normally would not do. So being precious means being in the future, because being in present, we all talk about, okay, we already have the present and we have to hold on the present tense. Of course, this is true in a way, but we have to also look forward, because we are here to make the future happen. We are not here to get stagnated at the current moment. On a day like April 14th, you may choose to do something you would not normally do. And on this day, we are going to have a solar plasma burst. It's going to reach the Earth. A plasma has already separated from the Sun, and it's on the way to the Earth. And on the 14th of April, it's going to be reaching the Earth. And the ion winds are still active as of today. And it's a very complicated day, so I just wanted to make this broadcast, so be careful to manage it. And also on April 16th, we have a full moon, and we have to be a little bit careful, but careful in the sense of planning and in being in alignment with this need of change. So we have to change to cope with the change, okay? A change is coming. So if you want to remain, as I say, stay where you are going to be suffering. But if you want to go with the change, go along with the change, then you will enjoy the change. And you will be bridging the worlds as today's requirement is so. So you have to do this. Yes, please remember, this is the day, the white overtone world bridger. It's white like a white page. You're going to write fresh from the start. And of course, bridging the worlds is also a very important feature here. You have to note this. It may be meaning bridging your inner world with the actions you take on your outer world. You have to create the overtone to bridge the world bridge your worlds. Actually, it's your worlds. You can be bridging your upper world, your future world with the current world. You have to be the overtone to become the bridge itself between the worlds. So you have to be the overtone, you have to be harmonious, you have to go with the flow, go with the change, and you have to become the bridge. So it's a challenge. And that's why I make this broadcast, to help you, to remind you that it's an important day. It's not to be wasted. You have to ask for it. You have to ask deep down for this change. You have to ask for a new program for yourself. You have to ask, how can I be an overtone? How can I be the bridge? And you have to be sincere. In the 53rd fascicle of the knowledge book, I came across yesterday in the reading program with a knowledge that resonated with this fact. So I wanted to bring it up for those who know the knowledge. It says the strong passions that pull yourself to something are related to soul. They're related to your programs, and they are written by the universe, and they are not so simple, and they're not so earthly. They shouldn't be overlooked. That's my interpretation. And another knowledge coming from the fascicle 36, I love this sentence. It is the please embrace the feeling that brings that is brought about by this sentence. It is a statement of the first power. It says, I'm a breath and I'm everything. So be the overtone, be the breath, be the love, and be the everything. A breath connects people to the universal breath, actually. It's a very important bridge that we are not very much aware of. So, for instance, I am not a person who keeps up with the statement of love all the time, talking about love. I mean, those who might know me could be surprised. But this issue is brought up to our attention because it is what we need at this main harvest period, and it is a very important aspect that will brighten our day and really makes our lives more meaningful. So we have to understand this concept. It's beyond our understanding, actually. So we have to dig into the concept and what is love, why this means something to me. So we have to get into this. As I said, be the overtone, be the breath, be the love, and be the everything. And by the way, let me tell you that the picture that denotes to this broadcast is created by artificial intelligence. It is created by the lyrics of the song Lateralus. It's, you know, perhaps the band named Tool, the song Lateralus. And it carries really the frequency of an excellent piece of music. It is fully based on mathematics, and it's an excellent example of an overtone. And maybe it helps you carrying further into the unknown. Because it says, and it talks about embracing the random. Actually, we need to embrace the random because it's part of our program, and we should not reject it because it doesn't fit into our comfort zone. Please listen to my previous broadcasts on the Time Chronicles, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and please help to spread the word because I just share the word, and if you feel like it's resonating with you, please make other people resonate with us as well. So thank you for listening.